I work with kids, right? And kids are hilarious, whether they want to be or not, and whether that's their intention or not. So part of my job is to lay on the floor and put out fires and play puzzles and play farm. And I mean, my job is so fun. So to watch these kids be silly and, you know, we get to do fun stuff. We get to swing, we do all this awesome stuff. So I laugh every single day in my job because it's inevitable. So we have an adult therapy clinic and a peds therapy clinic here on this street next door to each other. And our adult clinic is going to be more what you know as orthopedic injuries, neurological, so stroke, those kinds of things that people think more commonly of for physical therapy services, right? You may get that in the hospital, then you go and you do your outpatient. But here in this building, we're here to make sure that these families and parents have more education of what it is why a kid would need physical therapy. Because I don't think people, other than like, well, they fell and they broke their arm, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think they know what it is that we can offer. And I mean, we're working on, so children that walk on their toes is something that we treat. We see all of the things associated with when a child does walk on their toes, what that equals in the long run, which can be physical deformity, pain, right? You're gonna end up next door at the adult clinic because no one addressed these things as a young child. My kid is having a hard time taking a bath, or my kid won't wear socks. Those are examples of sensory dysfunction that we can, in PT/OT speech, all work together to try and make that child more functional. My main goal is more the functional piece. Like, let's get these bodies in motion and let's use positioning, and I do a lot of equipment, so wheelchairs and standers and those kinds of things to make it work in their life. Our PTs here, we've done a play group out at Miracle League Park that we were able to go, because it's such a cool park, right? It's got all of this awesome equipment that is accessible to all kinds of kids. Mm-hmm. And so for us to go out there, and so we did therapy, and we were able to not only play in a really cool place, but show the families ways for them to be able to play. Kelly, one of our owners, is on the Miracle League board, and she was a really big part of getting this to be a thing here in our community. And so it's been so cool for us to not only see it become a thing, but see then the children that we see here go and play. The guy that is the announcer does a fabulous job and like makes it a full-blown professional league. You know, everybody's got a nickname, and there's popcorn and it's so cool. Making it fun is something that I think comes with experience, and that gets easier and easier the more you've professionally played. But in the beginning, when you're learning, okay, this kid isn't going to do this thing unless I've created an entire scene around it, and we've made it a whole fun thing, and you learn ways to make it fun so that they do want to do it, so that they participate. When I'm coming into a more complicated patient, I want to be upfront with them and say, man, this is really tough. Let's figure this out together, and I respect your opinion on your child, right? You know more about them than I do. So let's do this together, and let's figure out how to make this kid reach their best functional potential. This is where being a multidisciplinary clinic and having PT and OT and speech, all these awesome brains can come together, and I can be a better therapist because I know I don't have it all, because I know I can turn to my buddy and say, let's brainstorm on this kid, right? That kid might not be super excited about the thing we're doing, but I'm here to make his life better and his mom's life better, and I want things to get easier for them. I want them to feel seen and accepted and reach their ultimate max potential.